Good morning, my name is Mary Rosopoulos. Did you know that according to the American Academy of Pediatrics 2008, an estimated 2.5 million deaths per year can be prevented by immunizing children at an early age? This will also benefit the community as a whole by protecting the unvaccinated individuals in that community. Thus, research suggests that childhood vaccinations are good for people and society, because vaccines will save lives and reduce the spread of preventable diseases. The main points of this discussion today will be: measles cases continue to increase in the United States due to unvaccinated people as well as international travel. Contracting one of these diseases will put an individual at risk of contracting a virus that leads to either a disability or even death. Immunizations protect the community as a whole, and this is by decreasing the amount of people who are at risk within a community. Measles cases have increased in the United States due to unvaccinated people. By reviewing statistical information provided by the Centers for Disease Control 2015, I was able to compile this into the graph you see before you. In the years 2000 through 2010, you can see that it's been fluctuating, all of the different measles cases. The largest rise in 2014 has been attributed to an outbreak in the Philippines. An Amish community in Ohio had 383 cases of measles due to the religious belief of not vaccinating children. In 2015, the majority of these cases are a part of an ongoing outbreak that is linked to Disneyland. Right now, 144 cases have been confirmed, and this is across 14 states that are affected. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the majority of people infected were unvaccinated and international travel from infected countries as being what the reason for the outbreaks were. Contracting a preventable disease will put an individual at risk of also contracting a virus. This virus can lead to disabilities or death. The World Health Organization 2013 links the side effects of encephalitis and blindness to contracting measles. In the abstract provided by Perez 2012, there is a direct link to pneumonia for unvaccinated individuals. This is those who contract pertussis or influenza. By vaccinating the individual, the survival rate increases and the prospect of major side effects is minimal. Immunizations will also protect the community. Fine et al. 2011 describes the terminology of the herd immunity. By having a immunization rate of 90% or more, it will decrease the number of people who are at risk or able to contract a disease. Thus, this protects the at-risk group of unvaccinated individuals by not introducing the disease to the community. A review of the abstract by Bentley et al. 2014 shows that babies have immunity to diseases from their mothers. This is for 6 to 9 months after birth. After that time frame, they then become at risk for contracting the disease. By starting the vaccination process early in childhood, the risk is then decreased and the pool of at-risk populations is also decreased. So research suggests that childhood vaccinations are good for people and society because vaccines save lives and reduce the spread of disease. To conclude, measles cases continue to increase in the United States to unvaccinated people and international travel. This is once again linked back to all of the different measles cases that we saw in our graph. Contracting a preventable disease will put an individual at risk of contracting a virus that can lead to disabilities or death. This is directly linked then to what we discussed earlier about pneumonia and how you can get that from contracting pertussis or influenza. Immunizations will protect the community by decreasing the pool of at-risk individuals. We can link this back to our discussion on the herd immunity. Therefore, the continuation of vaccination efforts in the United States will benefit the populace as a whole in the reduction of outbreaks. There is also an opportunity to educate parents on the benefits of immunization beyond only just their child, and how it will also help the community as a whole. Even though these diseases may be eradicated in the United States, the risk of contracting a preventable disease will still exist from infected countries. I will now open the floor to questions from the audience.
What are some of the reasons that families are opting out of immunizing their children?
Good question. There are many myths out there on the risks to vaccination. One myth would be vaccines contain mercury, which is dangerous to an individual. Another would be vaccines cause autism. According to the World Health Organization 2013, research has proven that the amount of mercury within a vaccine does not pose a health risk to the individual. And the original study in 1993 that linked autism to vaccines has been proven false. Next question.
What countries are the most at risk for bringing measles to the United States?
According to the Centers for Disease Control 2015, the most common countries for measles outbreaks are in Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. In 2014, we discussed the Philippines had a very large outbreak, and France was directly linked to the spread of the disease due to low immunization rates. This concludes my presentation, and thank you.